It came quite literally and metaphorically out of a clear blue sky. Nobody saw this coming.
It was the blackest day in American history. No doubt about it.
Someone said, General, you need to turn on the television. I did that. And I watched along with the world as the second jet hit the second tower.
On the morning of September 11th, 2001, 2 passenger planes, hijacked by terrorists linked to Al-Qaeda, crash into the World Trade Center towers in New York.
When it first happened, and I first realized how bad it was, it took a while to understand how bad it was, and realized it was the worst attack in our history.
I remember thinking, well, the world is gonna change. I'm not sure how, but the world is gonna change.
34 minutes later, a third plane, American Airlines Flight 77, hits the Pentagon. At 10:03, a fourth plane, believed to have been heading for the Capitol or the White House, crashes near Shanksville, Pennsylvania, after passengers on board take on the hijackers.
We were stunned, we were frozen. And I know in our small community, that same feeling of helplessness and hopelessness was replicated out across the United States from coast to coast.
We watched while the fires developed. It was a horrible event, but almost no one, certainly no one around me, had any idea that the integrity of the entire towers was at risk.
At 10:28, the World Trade Center's North Tower also falls.
And there was a line of ambulances up the West Side Highway. It just went on forever. And they never called the ambulances, and nobody ever came. And after a while, I began to realize, like, oh my God, there aren't survivors.
The 9/11 attacks claim almost 3,000 lives in New York, Pennsylvania, and Washington, D.C.
People would walk up 6th Avenue, completely shell-shocked, and they'd be covered in white dust because the towers had just fallen around them.
You know, people call 9/11 our generation's Pearl Harbor. It was an attack by an enemy that no one really saw coming. It was devastating.
This was seen almost as a declaration of war by Al-Qaeda and transnational extremists on the American homeland.
But the worst attack on American soil serves to galvanize the nation.
I believe the terrorists attacked us for 2 reasons: to kill a lot of people and to kill our spirit. And they did kill a lot of people, but they didn't kill our spirit. People displayed a very brave attitude in the way they dealt with it. And I think the terrorists never expected that. Belief in freedom and the courage that it can give you overcame the ability of the terrorists to try to destroy the spirit of the country.